Alright, so now we're going to do some range of motion measurements with the goniometer for hip internal and external rotation. As you can see, we have our towel under the distal femur to keep this in the horizontal plane. Our fulcrum, distal, and proximal segments of the goni are in the same areas for both. The fulcrum at the anterior patella, proximal is going to be perpendicular with the floor, and the distal will be in line, midline of the lower leg. Reference is in between the malleoli. Alright, so go ahead and bring your left heel to your right shin for me. There we go. You can come back and try not to hike your hip when we do this. Fulcrum. Okay. Alright, and go ahead and this is active. Hip external range of motion. Go ahead and do that motion again. Here we go. Okay, and we have, you can relax. 30 degrees. Now we're going to do passive internal rotation. Okay. And we have 56 degrees. Alright, we're doing active and passive range of motion for inversion and eversion. The fulcrum is going to be in between the lateral and medial malleoli in the anterior portion. Distal segment is going to be in line with the second phalanx, and the proximal arm, the midline of the anterior aspect of the lower leg. We're going to go ahead and stabilize that. We're going to start in 5 degrees. Here we're doing active inversion range of motion of the foot. And go ahead and invert your foot, please, ma'am. All right. And it's 30 degrees. 30 minus 5 is 25 degrees. So we're gonna now do passive range of motion for eversion. Again, we're starting in 5 degrees and go up, and now we okay, and we end at 29 degrees. So 29 plus 5 is 34. Minus 5. So we're about to do a straight leg raise, and this is going to be testing for hamstring tightness. So now we're going to do a straight leg raise. We're going to use a goniometer to measure her hip. It'll be the greater trochanter, lateral aspect of the thigh, and the midline of the trunk to make sure she's at 90 degrees, because that would be normal. So we're going to lift the leg till we feel a good stretch. The knee, we want to make sure it's straight. And our patient is 82 degrees of hip flexion. So she's positive for hamstring tightness. So now we're going to test your semitendinosus and semimembranosus. Normal for females is 152 degrees. So we're going to bring the hip to 90 degrees. We're going to bring, okay? And then we will bring the lower leg up till we feel a stretch. Oh, okay. Wow. There it is. Ooh, there it is. The fulcrum is the lateral epicondyle. And negative for hamstring tightness. And the proximal arm is the lateral side of the upper leg. And the distal arm is the lateral side of the lower leg. Oh, there we go. And the patient has 154 degrees, ouch. So she is considered normal. And she is negative for tightness in her semitendinosus and semimembranosus.
My name's Shelby, and I approve this message.